So today I took 5 trades. Completely went on tilt. Um, After I missed an entry, and I just went off the rails today. Yeah, tilt session for sure. So not great. Going into today, we had overlapping higher on all of the pivots, overlapping higher there, also overlapping higher on the cams. And we're opening up inside or above value, above range, but inside H3L3. So I had two kind of theories here. So one was that it would reject at this H3 level, which was also high volume node ledge and low volume node zone here. So anywhere inside here it could reject, or it would come back and retest high volume or value area high, which was also inside demand. So long here or short here was my thesis, and it played out exactly like that, except I didn't get an entry. So rallies above. It is a little bit above my high volume node ledge level, but it is still somewhat inside low volume node. And I see this beautiful high volume shooting star on the 3-minute. Also, there's a nice 2-bar reversal on the 1-minute, and also a high volume basing candle on the 5-minute. Also broke highs, but RSI didn't, so it was a nice RSI normal divergence. So I was looking at shorts here. So we're looking at shorts at around 76.20 or so here. So it goes up. It seems like it was going to just rally up, but it created a huge delta divergence here. So you see positive 1400 over here, but candle closing negative. The same thing, 1-minute delta divergence on the 1-minute, and there's a giant P shape going on here. Yeah, right there with the POC at the highs. Also, 2-minute delta divergence here. 1081 delta, but yeah, but negative candle. So I was thinking about entering short, and I kind of hesitated a little bit because one, it happened very fast here. So now I'm looking here, 5 points, looking for a retest back into this P shape so that I can enter. But maybe I should have just entered right when it formed a delta divergence on 2-minute here. I mean, I could have. It would have been, what, 19 and 26, about 7-point risk, even when it went up there, right? Like, it rallied up a little bit and then rejected again. I could have entered it there. But I really wanted a test back into the P shape. Just to make sure, I guess. I don't know. I guess I could have just entered it here, but at that point I was a little bit, I don't know, unsure, I guess. I wanted a little bit more. I wanted some sort of retest in here and a hold at least, or something like that. Maybe I could have just entered one and then entered again later on. But I just completely botched this entry here. I should have probably entered here. It would have been a 7-point risk at 76.19. And yeah, that would have been my trade. Yeah, even at 19, I could have, it was a 7.5 point risk. And yeah, that would have been my entry. It was great confirmations. I mean, I had 3-minute high volume shooting star, RSI normal divergence. I had a big delta divergence on 20 range, big delta divergence on 2-minute. I even thought about entering here, but I really wanted some sort of retest into this P shape, so I didn't. It was forming a delta divergence on the 1-minute, but it didn't close like that. But yeah, I guess I could have entered it here. I don't know. I just wanted a little bit deeper of a pullback here. Honestly, what I even thought about after rejected here, it came back in and rejected, but I don't want to get in here because maybe my stop's going to be here at this P shape, which is not bad of a stop, but maybe it goes up and retests this P shape, holds, and then, I take an unnecessary loss. So I'm hesitating here. Yeah, even when it comes down to over here, to the lows here, I could have entered, with a stop above here at 20s. I thought about it, honestly. But I don't know. See, there was a P shape there too. But I mean, I don't know. I just couldn't pull the trigger here. I felt like it was a little bit too late now, even with the stop above here. That would have been, what, 6 points? It would have been good. But I thought it would come back and, pull back, test to here or something, and then sell off. But I mean, in the end, it doesn't matter. But at the point, that's what I was thinking. And even here, I thought about entering, but I just felt like it would be a chase if I did enter here, which is pretty ironic because I ended up taking a trade later on that was definitely a chase. So I decided to wait for a little pullback. Maybe there will be a little bounce. And then there was a little bounce. Started forming a delta divergence on 2 minute, delta divergence on the 20 range, also delta divergence on the 1 minute, but it didn't really give me enough time to enter here. There was still a minute left in this candle. I was waiting for things to kind of confirm itself, but it never happened, and it just started selling off. So now there's all kinds of emotions going through me. I was feeling FOMO earlier. Now I'm feeling even more FOMO. Regret. Like I had opportunity to enter here, opportunity to enter here, opportunity to enter here. 3 opportunities here that I just did not take, and now I'm just kicking myself here. So honestly, it wouldn't even have mattered even if I got the first entry because I wouldn't have hit 3R. My 3R would have been a value high, which would have been my target anyways, but I never really got there. Even at demand, wouldn't have got there. So I probably would have taken it off at break even anyways. So it doesn't really matter that much, but it did matter for my psychology now because now basically this triggered my tilt here. So honestly, I should have just let it do its thing, let it come back, whatever. It's just, but no, what I did was I entered it short here. To be fair, there was, I guess, some sort of confirmation, but I mean, at this point, it was selling off without much of a pullback for so long now that it's probably a bad idea to get in here. But there was a delta divergence here, so I entered it there, and now it forms a B shape and rallies up to stop me out here. So bad trade, pure FOMO. Shouldn't have taken that. Now, you know how for the long part of my plan was to long this demand and value high. That technically is valid only when it didn't reach this high volume node, or high volume node ledge and low volume node zone. But now I'm thinking of longs because it bounced here. I don't know. That's not even in my plan. Never even got to the demand zone. Never even got to value high, but now I'm thinking of longs here. Just because there's a delta divergence, I guess. I don't know. I'm pretty much on tilt. I thought about entering here, but I didn't. So now I enter after it rallies up. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. So I entered here when it was forming another delta divergence bullish. But then right after I enter, it just comes back down and now stops me out. Yeah, and then I enter again because it's forming a little B shape here, and then I'm like, this is not going anywhere. What am I doing? I should probably just gone out here when I was up like 2 points or something, but I don't know, maybe it would work out. I was up 3 points now. Forms a delta divergence bearish now. I'm thinking of exiting. Forms another delta divergence bearish. So now I just take it off at break even here. Just manually exit because now it's forming a delta divergence. I didn't like it, so I closed it out. Yeah, closed it out right about now. Yeah, right there. So, yeah, that happens. Now I'm going short because there's a delta divergence there. Also, it comes into this area. which is kind of a double top here. And also a huge delta divergence going on here. The highs over here, but delta is way above, but not really forming, not really selling off or rallying up and breaking the highs. So I thought it was good. Stopped out again. Yeah, because I entered short 2 contracts and then, yeah, and then I stopped out manually again when it formed a delta divergence. Yeah, it was down like a point, 3/4 of a point. Stop out, and that rallies up. Now I'm entering long. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm on tilt at this point, and then I just shut off for the day because that was technically 3 losses. So I technically followed my 3-loss rule, because these were pretty much break-even trades. So 1, 2, 3 losses. Not great. The thing is, the delta divergence still was valid here. CVD hidden divergence here. So the highs are over here, but never broke the highs, and CVD was above the highs on delta. So it formed that delta divergence there, and then double top, and then sold off into demand and fell area high, which was my target. I don't know if I would have taken that in the first place. What honestly, I could have done, even if I missed that, okay, I wouldn't have, even if I did take it, I would have gone out at break even probably. So then it comes back up. I could have probably waited a little bit more and taken this choppy downtrend. But I don't know if I would have even had any confirmation here. Like, yeah, it did form like a little sell-off, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know if there's anything that I would have seen that would have made me take that. I don't know, but it all started off with this. I missed this trade, or this entry, with nice confirmations, and I thought my life was over and started taking random trades. I haven't had one of these days in a while, and it doesn't really feel good. Should have been a no trade day, but, or at least one break even trade day, but that didn't happen, so I don't know what to tell you. Not great. I'm not doing very well right now.